Hello everyone, this is the Mad Salvi letting you know that unless things are proven with Twitter posts and stuff like that and have actual proof behind it, treat everything in this thing as a theory. I will try to mark certain things as news and theory and everything like that to kind of let you guys understand, but also, you know, use a critical mind. And I hope you do enjoy. Nijisanji is doing another collab. Smileworld, you have some of the people that we talked about, Hex, you have Vox, Sunny, you have many people in here. And let's take a look at their anycolor.jp website here. The merchandise is basically shirts, hoodies, hats, a tote bag for each and every one of them. It's all, you know, each and every one of the livers is going to be doing the Hex Haywire, Midi Parfait, Reimu Endo, Sunny Briscoe, and Vox Akuma. They're doing t-shirt, reversible jacket, clear pouch, cap, plush keychain, and tote bag. The plush keychains are always cute. Those are always good, but they look, in this case, the keychain looks very, very just basic. I would want like a plush keychain of having maybe like a mini plushie. You know, a mini plushie would have been a good idea. But, you know, these things look lazy. Especially these here. I mean, it's just a smiley face with the Hex and the other things, you know, the other hairstyles on them. It looks very lazily done. Very basic stuff. Again, this is not a dig at the livers themselves. This is a dig at specifically the management or the merchandising people who have no idea how to make good merchandise if it hit them in the face. You know, it's just, oh my god. Must have taken a lot of restraint to not include Lyra in the merch. Would have been better if they included more livers post Noctix besides Hex, honestly. Just wondering if it's common practice to do a press release for every merch drop. They're doing it for investors. They're doing this press release so that it shows investors, people who are interested, that yes, they're doing new things and they're doing more things and they're doing merch drops and they're doing all these things to try to bring more stuff out there for you. Of course, Nijisanji EN is 3 years old. They're going to be having the 3-year anniversary right now. It is, you know, everyone, all the big ones in Niji EN. They're having a pin badge collection. It is going to be the people that you see here, which seems to be their top earners, or at least the people that they want to promote more of. Right there, they're having nostalgia collections of outfit goods number 5 for hoodie, Petrogurin, Luka Kaneshiro celebration necklaces, Luka Kaneshiro hoodies, these little standees here. It's 2,000 yen. They're having perk supplies are limited. There will not be updates regarding perk inventory levels. Regardless of inventory levels listed online, perks will not be given if actual inventory is exhausted. So it's kind of like a limited edition perk thing. As long as it's mentioned there, I don't think there's any legal issues there. I don't think there's any legality when it comes to that kind of stuff that you have to worry about. But yeah, they're just, the Petrogurin hoodie looks kind of cute. I'm going to be honest with that. Petrogurin hoodie looks cute. And they have other little things here, little plushies, celebration hoodies, with Sanrio. It looks like I mean, the Sanrio, these little things are cute. This is what I expected with the other plushie keychains that I mentioned before in another part of the episode. This is something that I thought would be done. I thought they would do it, but no, they decided not to do it on the other ones. And let's see what people have to say. Loot boxes and merch sales, my favorite. Get shafted in gacha games and now IRL, 31 types, no selection, and you don't know which types already have been given out. It's very common in Japan. They love gacha type merch. Become loot box system because some talents merch won't sell. Also much easier to distribute to 2% that way. New merch, old merch will be available. It's funny that news about Niji merch is known through Kurosanji instead of the Nijisanji official subreddit, which is a sad thing to see, that the quote-unquote hater subreddit is the one that's giving you news and not the actual Nijisanji subreddit when it comes to these things. Isn't their next tier of laziness just resetting old anniversary merch? That's what they're doing. They're resetting old stuff, you know, merch that they never were able to sell, putting them in loot boxes, and then, you know, giving people the hope that they win something that they want. Eagle-eyed people out there notice that during the third year anniversary merch of Nijisanji EN, they had this little section in there, this little tidbit that says perk supplies are limited. There will not be updates regarding perk inventory levels, so you won't know if you have any in inventory to actually go after. Once the inventory is exhausted, no more perks will be available. It says a first come first served basis benefit for those who purchase over a certain amount. They're similar to the perks offered to those who purchase a certain amount of a certain number of items, such as the Hololive and Nijisanji convenience store collaborations. Collaboration perks were also limited in number, and if you purchase after the quantity is gone, you will not receive any of them. In other words, such examples are similar to the first come first served benefits bobbleheads, t-shirts, that type of thing. It is a limited run, limited supply type of thing. Such special sales are common in Japan. Moreover, the original product does not include the special offer only for early buyers. Since they are not included as part of the product being sold, there should be no legal problem. What would be illegal would have been if the sales method in which collecting all these perks would have given you even more perks. Sales methods should be prohibited by the gacha regulation law and other laws. So it's basically a law regulating gachas over there in Japan because it's very popular. At least it's what it seems like, which is good because you don't want unscrupulous people doing that kind of stuff, because once you give a person an inch, especially a scammer, you give a scammer an inch, they're going to take a mile. So you don't want that. Even organizations like corporations will do that in order to get more money. So I'm glad that they are putting some kind of protection in place. They're doing something to prevent it from happening. And since they aren't selling them, they're literally bonuses for spending a certain amount of yen, hence the name perks. So they're not being sold. It's basically like, hey, you buy over $100, you get the chance to have a limited edition thing. You don't necessarily always get to have it, but it is a possibility. It's a gacha game. Basically, are you one of the ones who gets lucky enough to get it? No? Well, too bad. You know, it's one of those things that happens. Usada Pekora, for her 5th anniversary, had some wonderful look, a new wonderful look of Usada Pekora. It is a very, very cute look. Let's take a closer look. It's kind of blurry, so I'll actually leave it at that. We have the very cute frilly look of her swimsuit. We have the wet t-shirt, which is an interesting look, with of course the garter and the the other shoes that should not really belong on it. They don't belong on a beach. They aren't slippers, but whatever. They're cute. Her hairstyle, her tails, and her short hair is also for summer. Very, very cute. It's all very well made. Very cute. Source Pekora channel outfit goes so well with her short hair. I'm so in love with the short hair look. It's a very good short hair look. YouTube Kid is not gonna like this. Pekora's cute new outfit, and this was something that was done here. Of people. They always do this. They always do this where they do a kind of moment where they have people guess, like artists guess what their style is gonna be. You had people guess that it was gonna be something like this. People guessed that it was going to be something like this, just guessing everything in her new style. And then she had her full reveal, which was here, showing the feet, showing the actual outfit, the jacket first. It's very cute, well rigged very well. Then you had the wet t-shirt with the sun visor, the lovely ribbons in Pekora's hair, and the frilliness, and also very well rigged. You have, again, the wet t-shirt. You have the full look of her, her being able to have her hands behind her, short hair. Then she goes and, continues to show close-ups of everything. And yeah, basically it's very cute, a very good look. Love it. I absolutely love it. Another thing with Hololive that I forgot to mention before was that Marine has tested positive for the vid, for CV19, whatever you want to call it. I usually attend Peko events, but unfortunately, I'm down with that and can't go now. Congratulations on your 5th anniversary. Of course, when you're sick with this, it can hit you pretty hard. It can hit you, it can take you out for days, and where you're just laying in bed, trying to recover from the fever, or trying to recover even from losing your sense of smell and taste. She won't be able to participate in Peko's anniversary Totsu today, 9 p.m. GST. In addition, which was yesterday, I believe, either recordings, lessons, or other work scheduled every day from yesterday until the 22nd. And in general, this time with a lot of birthdays and anniversaries, so her calendar is quite full. Suffice to say, she's feeling a bit down. Peko's teasing response tweet, of course, Pekora always has to tease because they have a really close relationship. And it says, I don't care about that, so feel free to come. And then she's like, it continues, it's going to continue. It's like, what? And then Ustada Pekora, translating the post, take care of yourself. So basically, yeah, just saying take care of yourself. Make sure to absolutely take care of herself. That's why Hololive has given her days off. Hololive has made sure that they can isolate during that time and take full care of themselves. Of course, Marine, being the hard worker that she is, and every single person in Hololive seeming to be addicted to content creation, addicted to the grind, like myself as well, they don't take breaks when they're sick. Unfortunately, I feel like she has had a lot of minor health problems lately. She always seems busy and her health is not the best condition. Hope she gets well soon. I hope so too. Also, to be clear, she also did meet with a lot of Hololive members, especially in the EN members that are in Japan right now, but those happened days before she got confirmation that she got infected. For now, treat talents with that met Marine as fine unless stated otherwise. Yes, there's always contact tracing, at least that's what happens over here in the US. So everyone that met with Marine, probably Marine herself, has warned everybody, hey, look, this is what I have now. Make sure to test yourselves to make sure you don't have it, because it does take about 7 days to actually incubate, where you could have it for 7 days and not know about it, and then it happens, and then boom, there you go. Up to 7 days to incubate. So it could be several days before you even figure out that you have it. Hope she's okay. That can be risky for the elderly. Oh my god, they're making fun of her. Oh my god, she's a hag. She's not elderly, she's a hag. Poor Senchou. Hope she feels better soon. Symptoms of that for the first few days are horrible. I've seen it happen to my family myself. I've never had it myself, but family around me has, which is a weird thing. I've never known why, but yeah, I've never had it myself. But of course, hope she gets better. Hope she takes the break that she needs and does what she can to actually improve. For those not in the know about Enna, Enna has recently started posting about her apparent lack of the smegs with people. And she says, get a couple hundred new regulars due to Elden Ring streams. Use it as a chance to convince them you're a blank since they don't know that. Why is Enna so invested in his fantasy bros? People are saying because she noticed she went too far. She went far too long without mentioning that after meeting up with blank. I guess it was Kyo or something. Not that it matters anymore. She already broke her streak. Apparently someone somewhere is a little too schizo with the way they're doing things, and they actually had every single time that she mentioned the chastity, and that is a weird thing to mention. That is a weird thing to be continuing on. It is a running joke, as far as I know, inside of the Enna community, the Allopeeps, as they call themselves. Can't tell the VTuber or the guy did the graph more invested in the fantasy. I'm more inclined for the VTuber filled with copium to be in a perpetual state of personal fable, but then the dude who tracked every time the VTuber mentioned the chastity in its own tier. Imagine if this dude tracks how many times Enna said, I'm going to graduate instead. It's a very effing weird thing to keep track of. It really is, and that's why I'm putting this. This is, in every single VTuber fandom, you're going to have people that take it maybe a little bit too far. This is one of those situations where people are taking it maybe a little bit too far. Who the F tracked this S? Perverts likely? Yeah, more than likely. People, why the heck are they tracking this kind of stuff? This is a response. If only knew how bad things really are. Oh yeah, it's really bad. 4chan, please enjoy your stay. Yeah, this person explained it pretty much not surprising her at all with unfiltered thoughts about things she did on stream and her recent theorized involvement in bullying campaign in the clique. Yeah, it's all theorized, all rats, but yeah, it's a 4chan schizo post and a schizo kind of look at things. It's kind of weird. But it was weird enough that I wanted to put it out there. Hello, everybody. I want to cover this because it is a dangerous precedent when it comes to just rumors popping out, people spreading things like this. There's someone just spreading rumors again. Like I said, I am not a Nijisanji defender. I am not a Niji sister. I am not someone like that. But I have had rumors spread that aren't true in the past. And until we get 100% confirmation of everything, because this is about Ike having some rumors about SA and other things like that that happened in a relationship that they had in the past. This is, if it's true, then of course, you know, it is a bad thing, but there's no way for us to know if it's true. This is, you know, like I mentioned about, you know, bad things happening between Ike and a previous relationship that they had. People can be toxic in relationships. That is normal. People can be toxic in relationships. That can happen. It is not a normal thing. It is not a beneficial thing. It is not something that anyone would want. It is something that should always be called out, of course. But it says, I've heard it was abuse on both sides. People tend to say Ike only did something to the girlfriend, but it seemed to have been something that was both sides, from what the stories say. So the second part is actually one of the witnesses to the person making the thread on Twitter accusing the liver of SA, and she never revealed who it was, so the person's OP post is probably making stuff up or spreading misinformation, and that's the issue. When misinformation gets spread like this, it becomes libel. It becomes, depending on the form in which it was sent, it becomes libel, slander, defamation, whatever you want to call it. It is not good because it can harm the VTuber in this case. It can harm the person who it is against without any actual factual evidence. And of course, when it comes to things like this, when it comes to SA and other things like that, you want factual evidence behind it if you are going to be putting these types of things out there. Nyfco is gone, as we know. Ikatog was what it was called, I believe, in Japan. This is a site that has doxed me in the past, recently, because they saw me as a mini purple man, as they called me, and they actually doxed me there. Luckily, it's gone because of the fact that they doxed a lot of people. I don't know who else they doxed, but I know they doxed me because I was shown screenshots of it. And Opie's asking a similar site to Ikatog NYFCO was showing up. As far as I know, no one has. Huge chunk of them went to 4chan. Don't mind it, NFCO is called Ikatog. I googled it, NYFCO, Kagami Zens pops up. Site itself is called Ikatog, I think, but the URL is NYFCO. As far as I know, there's none. If there was one, 4chan would have sniffed it out already. Yeah, the people at 4chan and their insanity when doing those types of searches is something that, of course, we can all look forward to. We can all know that it will happen. So no one has popped up with anything when it comes to 4chan. So more than likely, nothing's going to be there. Good for me and good for others who have been doxxed by this darn site. I understand the dynamic, but Ikatog was the name of the NYFCO doc site. It's the blog's name. They went back to 4chan, except for the abuse of other 4chan users. Usually they stay in their own subboard. And if they go outside of that subboard, they get hurt. They get basically, people get bullied. They get bullied. So they get cyberbullied into a corner. So yeah, they dispersed. And now it's harder to get them because, of course, NYFCO is gone. This is talking about Fulgur's most recent style changes. The fact that they didn't like the short hair, and they didn't like the illustrations and rigging originally, but they like the fact that they have a new style for him. Something that I guess you would say would fit more into what they are expecting, what they want in Fulgur, which is, having something new, like what's happening here with his longer hair. Because I think originally you had the shorter hair, and now you have the older man look, which a lot of people do enjoy. As we all know, Fulgur Ovid did have shorter hair for a very long time. A lot of people like, the longer hair, the ponytail, that type of thing. Be interesting. It'd be funny to see him in pigtails though. That'd be hilarious. But still, we have my moto at home moment. I don't think it looks that great either, but hey, Fulgur and his fan base seem to like it, so I have no problem with it. And yeah, as long as the fans seem to like it. And Fulgur, like I have mentioned in other episodes, is one of those people who doesn't really have any craziness going on and doesn't seem to really want to have any craziness going on. They have their disability to deal with. They have, their whole, I believe it is a back issue, things like that to deal with. So he has more than enough things to worry about, before having to worry about, what people think about his look. This is a meme about the person who said that they were going to do things to Nijisanji fans if they found them. They felt threatened by a Lelouch character, threatened by a guy who uses Lelouch as their PFP profile picture on a place like Twitter. Next is this one. Kursanji probably regrets not adding all future incomes belong to us, regardless of source clause in the contract. Wouldn't be the first time they made illegal contracts. I bet you regret leaving the company. Remember, you're worthless and contribute nothing to the world if you aren't working with us. Actually, I'm doing great now that I've left. I've gotten a lot better mentally, emotionally, and financially in terms of viewership. And he gets angry. If you were still working at our company, we would confiscate that money, fire you, and make a PR statement to destroy your reputation like they did with Selen. Yeah. That's exactly what they would do. They are that much of a black company. I'll continue to call them a black company because they're not doing anything positive. Once things go to the positive, then things will change. But until then, all these memes will remain the same. Another win for Doki and the former Nijisanji people versus the actual people that are still there. This isn't anything against the livers per se, because in Nijisanji, the livers don't have much say in what happens. It is pretty much a management-only driven thing when it comes to either collaborations or things that are done for anniversaries, etc. Why am I mentioning this? Because Doki is going to host a venue for Mint to have a concert, and this honestly, is a wonderful thing. This is something that we found out through their most recent collab that they did the other day, yesterday. And I mentioned on a video that they did that collab. They mentioned all these other things, big things. Mint is going to be doing a concert. Doki's going to be helping her out with that. And this is in stark contrast to what's happening with Obsidia and what's happening with Iluna and things like that. They're saying Rosemary and Petra don't even have anything special planned for this year's anniversary besides pretty merch. Even Lazalet's anniversary this year was a letdown. Really goes to show who really took this time and effort to plan special events for fans to watch to celebrate, since the two of the top talents left. Credit where credit's due. Rosemary put in the effort for learning, making, and playtesting a game for 500 hours as a special gift for her gen mates, which Selene and Petra had no idea about, so that was all Rosemary. Yeah, Rosemary's done some stuff too. Like I said, a lot of times All these things are forced by management. There are moments like what happened here. Rosemi actually helping with a game testing. Selene also saying right here, I helped this, commissioned this, etc. in the 1-year anniversary for Obsidia. And that was able to prepare this. You have to go out on your own. Unfortunately, even as a large corporation, especially as a large organization like Nijisanji, that should not happen, but it is happening. And of course, Dokibird winning, independents winning like this, indies winning is never a bad thing. I'm all for it. And of course, when it comes to big collabs, as the person saying, oftentimes these Pomo and Selene bringing their forefront. Yes, other livers would also do events, but you can't deny the gap in quality when those two are involved. And that's because, as we know, Selene put her money where her mouth was. 200K in 1 year for, you know, commissioning people, getting art out there, getting projects done out there, getting videos, all that type of stuff. 200K of her own money. She mentioned that herself when she was terminated. And as Doki, she mentioned, yes, she spent 200K of her own money. And that's why she didn't have very much money to spend on anything else. You can always kind of tell the ability to go higher. And those two always had it. Not to say there aren't talented people in Niji, but these two always felt like they had more. And like I said, sometimes it could be that they're feeling demoralized. The people in Nijisanji are feeling demoralized. They're feeling like, ugh, I probably shouldn't even try, because of the fact that, you know, even if I did try, nothing would happen. Even if I did try, nothing would go forward. There would be no positives there. There would be nothing beneficial for me to do this. Now it is time for our VTuber showcase. For today's episode, we have Yuu Katanashi. She is a self-described weapon shifter and VA artist, EN VTuber, and she has been creating a lot of wonderful things here. They do art like they're showing here. They have a lot of their own art. They have works in progress, things like that on their VTuber side. There on the YouTube side, they have already at 1K subs, which is absolutely amazing. It's always amazing to get your first 1K. It is something that I always try to stay humble with, and I always try to appreciate every single subscriber that goes in, and I'm sure they do too. And like I mentioned before, they are a weapon shifter VTuber, and of course join them in for fun, wild, and definitely scuffed journey. And what do they mean by wild and scuffed journey? We have this here.
Let me explore. Where is everyone that I can just punch?
There we go.
That's all I want to know.
There we go. That's the personality there.
Awesome. If I was a kid, there's no way I would have resisted playing around here. Naturally, I had to keep the clay hidden from Belle. Otherwise, she'd be yelling from wanting to see it and end up wrecking whatever I made.
So yeah, there you go. She's actually, you know, being active in speaking. She's doing a lot of wonderful things. She's putting little jokes here and there, which is awesome. She has a nice little appearance there for, you know, the Yuu Katanashi on the side there. It is wonderful to see. It's always wonderful to take a look at these VTubers that are up and coming and give them an extra little boost in whatever way my small little channel can do. Thank you again, Yuu Katanashi, for being a part of the VTuber Showcase, and I hope that you continue to grow in your journey and continue to have wonderful, amazing experiences with everybody who joins you. All for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys, and I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.